Like, do you guys at least feel good that you didn't get sloppy and there was no hangover after the Georgetown game? You guys kind of came out and took care of business?
Yeah, it feels pretty good because we went right to work right after the Georgetown game. The next day was another intense day of practice, a lot of film. We didn't watch that the next day just to get prepared for Akron. We didn't even really watch Georgetown film. We were just watching Akron film just to be ready, stop all this strength and on the court. So I think going back to work the next day was key for us. It was a good thing.
Were you looking forward to asserting yourself because you went right out there and just were aggressive right in the open kick?
Coach Dunphy says in practice every day I'm not aggressive in the game, and I just wanted to show that I'm pretty aggressive. I gave it what I could today. Basically.
Defense was a question for you guys coming in this season, but it seems like you've kind of picked up right where you left off, even with the guys you've lost. How have you been able to do that?
I like to give a lot of credit to Mark Proto, our strength and conditioning coach. He took a lot of time over the summer to work with our guys. And a lot of stuff he had to do in his own family, but he took a lot of time out to work with each individual to get us better, as far as in the defensive end, because that's something that we're stressed about. So I think over the summer, I think we all put a lot of work in on the defensive end and not worried about the offensive end as much, and I think it's paying off.
Scootie, it seems like Michael sparked early on. Can you talk about his early performance?
Well, after the Georgetown game, Mike is, sometimes he get down on himself, but as a team, as a collective whole, we try to, keep him up. And I think in shoot around today, he was much more focused, much more focused on everything he did throughout the whole shoot around. Shoot around wasn't as long as it was, but he put a lot of work in it and he broke a sweat. So I think that, that benefits from the way he played today. And as Coach said, in the locker room, by him being that focused, caused him to be that focused in the game. So he just went out and did everything he possibly could.
So basically at the shoot around, you kind of knew that he was going to be on the game.
Okay. Yeah, and Coach mentioned it in the huddle before we ate team meal. And he was like, just looking around, seeing who's focused, I could tell the way they're going to play in the game. And, one person that he picked out of the crowd was Mike. I could agree with Coach's decision on that.
Now, Mike, for you, normally, people always talk about what Wine does and what LaVoy does. I mean, for you, how did it feel like right then and there in that particular time? You were the man. I mean, you were the one carrying tempo early on.
I didn't really think about it like that. We were a team, and I've always been a team guy from day one. So whatever I can do to help the team out was my goal today. If LaVoy is not scoring effectively, if I can try and score and do a little stuff like rebounding, shot blocking, and I think that's what I focus on, just to help the team out today. And being a team guy, that's what we all focus on. So helping out, defense, rebounding. Like I boxed out a couple of times, he got most of the rebounds because I was boxing out this guy and helped me out.
I'm just curious. You're a Hakeem Olajuwon fan growing up. I mean, just wondering.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. I actually watched a couple of his tapes before his games. Yeah.
How did it feel to get those two big block shots in the first half?
Just like I said, helping the other guys. So Randall Jefferson got beat on the baseline, and helps our defense. I just had to be there. And we came to my side and I blocked it. So I feel pretty good.
Scootie, the way you've played this year, the minutes that you've gotten, has it just been a matter of getting that opportunity, or did you feel like that you made a big stride in your game from last year to this year?
I think I could mention both. I made a big stride over the summer. I had a lot of, academic stuff to do over the summer, but I took a lot of time out of my personal schedule to, better myself, because, bettering myself will help the team. And I think by me just waiting and being patient for the opportunity, it pays off. As everybody can see, it's paying off for me this start of the season.
You guys are a completely different team from when you were down in Orlando. What did you, I want both of you guys to answer as you can. What did you guys learn about that trip in Orlando to make you guys play so much better now?
From my standpoint, I think it's just the focus, the lack of focus sometimes that we have. When we human beings, sometimes we lose focus. And I think by us being down there and seeing a different atmosphere and, wanting to do this and wanting to do that, it took away from our focus a little bit. And by us being home, it's nothing, like we do the same thing every day, go to class and stuff like that, and we don't have much to worry about, like as far as, being outside, hanging around people, because we hang around each other so much. And And I think that transition by us going out there, you know, cut our focus just a little bit, and as you know, it showed when we lost those 2 games.
Yeah, like you said, the focus, I think we just couldn't finish the games. We played pretty well for the most part in the first couple of games, just couldn't finish it. But it was just more of a little, you know, lack of focus towards the end of the game. We were prepared normally, but like for some reason we just lost a little bit of focus. Guys weren't shooting well, couldn't pick each other up like we usually do, and we learned from it though. We learned from it. We wanted to bounce back from every mistake we made out there, and I think we're doing a pretty good job so far. And he shot the ball well at the Georgia game, and he shot the ball well at the A&M game. He's learned from that every day. He has to be consistent. Well, coach, I have to be consistent for me to be on the floor also. So that lack of focus turn to something we learn.
Scootie, did you feel, I know you thought coming this season you might start and play a bigger role, but I mean, did you think you'd be playing as much as you did? You had 40 minutes the other night against Georgetown. Did you figure you'd be on the court for as long as you have been?
Coach always told me, like, you're going to be on the court as long as you can play defense. Like, that's what Coach stresses the most. And I think I worked hard enough on it to be able to be out there 40 minutes to continue to play defense and, you know, help my team out. So, like, the minutes and stuff like that, I just, you know, it's good for me, but it's also good for my teammates, because me stopping somebody, you know, caused them not to do too much work. And I put a lot of the pressure on myself to, you know, go out there and guard the best player, not just only coach giving me that decision and giving me that option. You know, I just like to do it on my own and, you know, help my team out. So I think that's just my main concern this season, is just to be able to help my team out on the defense.
Mike, how much work did you put in during the offseason getting ready for this year and on expanding your offensive repertoire, your low post moves?
I did put a lot of work in, working with guys around campus. Rest in peace, John Arnett, the Philly guru. I worked out with him before he died. And worked out with a lot of guys from the Philly area, played a lot of pickups, and I went to Boston area to go work out with a couple family friends. And I did work on a lot of offensive part of my game, but I was more worried about getting stronger and being able to position myself on defense so I could get offensive rebounds or, you know, defensive rebounds as well. So I was just working on just positioning, working on the feel for the game, because, you know, I'm trying to get naturally, you know, I'm trying to get a feel for the game naturally, but I think it's paying off so far. I worked pretty hard. So.
More questions?